This is Bus Simulator Countryside for the Nintendo Switch. Now I know you're thinking, is it any good? Well, it's only as good as a man who's driving and making the gameplay. Unfortunately, it's me. It's actually called Morum Suburbs, which is a bit of a mouthful. But I guess with the state of play with Russia, Morum, well, it's not a good name for a game. Because Morum Suburbs is in the sleepy village or city of Morum. Yeah, it's obviously been renamed Countryside. Otherwise, it would, if it was a Russian game and it was Russian suburbs, no one would go for it. Morum, no one really cares. No one's ever heard of Morum. I sure as hell haven't. But I do know from playing the game, it's holy cow, it's a Russian game, isn't it? And, it's not too bad, to be honest, for the money. It's very cheap, and you get what you pay for. It's not a good-looking game. The PC version's a lot better, but this is the Switch version, and it is kind of drab and dreary and grey, just like Russia. The game itself is quite good fun. If you hate bus driving games, it'll give you a laugh, but I found it kind of clunky. I adjusted the sensitivity on my controller, and I found it a little bit better, but it still is kind of tricky to get used to. It will take you a little while to be driving around really, really smoothly. First person view is probably the best. Third person is just, it makes things a lot difficult, and it's harder to brake. You really have to be looking through your windscreen to see where you pick up your passengers, and of course it's incredibly basic in its controls. In fact, there's no menu that show you what the controls are, or I couldn't find them. But you just toggle the buttons, side buttons, A, Y, X, X for the lights, Y to start the engine, A switches the left and right doors. You can have your windscreen wipers on, which is pretty cool. A nice radio, blaring, horrible tune. I don't know what it is, but it must be Russian music, what they're into. Yeah, it's a pretty bare bones game. It's got a lot of repeated characters and there's people designs. Could have done with more variety there. This game could look a hell of a lot better than it actually does on the Switch. I don't know why that is. I don't know why it's grey and bland and ugly, but I think for the money it's worth it because it's a driving sim. You got missions which are actually quite good where you have to deliver potatoes in a bus, which is very, very strange, but there are a lot of buses to choose from. Some of them are free from the start, and the rest you earn through the campaign mode, which is pretty good actually, but difficult because the driving is just so damn clunky. Again, recommend you adjust the sensitivity in the options menu, which you can, and the controller should respond a lot better. I really did find it difficult just navigating the tutorial. Weird, isn't it? Anyway, onto the proper game itself. When I got stuck into the game, started driving, it responded quite well. But again, it showed its clunkiness. I found it easier driving like this, and then I thought I'd switch, and that's when I have trouble with that view. I just, it was just awful. I saw this group of people here, which I needed to pick up, and of course I completely screwed up. Look at that. Right over the line. And then I forgot how to brake. And yeah, it got fun from then on. So I got a few laughs out of it. It's a, it says what exactly is on the box. Simulator. It's very much a hardcore one because you ain't gonna get good in this game, and it is pretty hardcore because it's a tough game to control. The controls really break it. I think it's worth it for a few quid, but again, it's a game that could be a lot better. I think the choice of vehicles is really nice. There's some decent ones there, some cool ones to drive, but again, I just couldn't put any more time into this game because I really found it hard to control the buses, especially going around the corners. Speed was a bit of an issue. I tried slowing down and crawling, and it just made me late for pickups, and I played a good hour of this game, and I just had enough. So yeah, if get it dirt cheap, it's definitely worth it. Cheap and nasty game, I guess, but it is a Russian game, and it's just disappointing, really. I thought it'd be better. Not the best game I've played, but again, pick it up if it's on sale. It'll please people who like bus simulators, but again, I've played another version of Bus Simulator before, and I had kind of the same problems, but did control a little bit better than this one did. This one just seems so clunky, but it's not helped with the fact that, well, I can't drive for anything. I mean, look at my approach to this bus stop here. It's awful. The characters are all, they're all samey. You'll see. I'll show the interior of the game here. There's all the people, 2 or 3 twins in the in the bus itself. So the character models are very poor. But again, as I said, it's a cheap game. It's very cheaply made, and it's not really been optimized well for the Nintendo Switch. Disappointing, really. Well, fun for a few quid, I suppose, but that's up to you. There you go. Don't like it at all. Get it on sale. That's what I recommend. What a shame.